Hi everyone, my name is Nidhi and welcome to Belly Full of Happiness. Today I want to share the story of how I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia or ALL. Now, my symptoms, or what now I know were symptoms, started about 6 weeks before my diagnosis. I had a cold and some lumps on my face which looked, just like bumps which you get, for instance, if you bump your head in the wall. I'm going to try to add some pictures around somewhere here. I also had this intense fatigue with the cold, which I found highly unusual because a cold without a fever has never knocked me out the way it did this time. And the cold was not getting any better, and I went to my GP for a few times for that. And every time I visited, I asked about, why I do have these lumps on my face. The first time he thought it's just something minor. The second time when when my cold didn't get better after a round of antibiotics, I asked about the lumps again, and he then sent me for an ultrasound of the lumps, but it couldn't determine what they were made of. So he then sent me for a blood test, even though I've had my annual physical and all the regular blood tests just 2 months prior, and everything was fine. The day after the blood test, I got a call from my GP asking me to come in right away. And I said, I have an appointment with you in a couple of days. I'll see you then. And he said, no, please come straight away. I got an idea that something was wrong, but I was not prepared for the shock of my life that I have leukemia. He asked me to go to the local cancer hospital either straight away or the next morning at the latest. I came back home, shared the news with my husband and family, and went to the hospital straight away. What followed was, a series of blood tests, bone marrow biopsies, scans. Each one brought more questions than finally some answers. And the answer was that I have B cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. There's no way to prepare you for hearing something like that. And I went from wondering that I had some infection to being told that I had cancer. It was shocking. It still is some days. But looking back, I'm also grateful that I listened to my body and my GP was thorough. I wanted to share this video because when I was diagnosed, I searched for someone to tell me what to expect. I wanted to hear a real voice, not just medical facts, and I didn't find much. So that's why I'm here. If you're going through something similar, and if you're scared or confused or waiting on results, know that you are not alone. This diagnosis has changed everything, but it has also shown me how strong the human spirit can be. And this is only the beginning of the story. I'll be sharing something every step of the way, and thank you for being there with me. I will see you in the next video.